You ever walk into a place expecting peace and enlightenment, but instead you get shoulder checked by a school kid? That was my experience at Sensoji Temple. So I'm sitting in my hotel, watching some international news. I prefer to avoid US news because it makes me feel like I should start doomsday prepping or something like that. Anyway, I see this dramatic report about Japan's out of control tourism crisis. Funny enough, the footage they're using is literally right outside my door. And suddenly I realize I am the problem. Every morning I see this peaceful temple on my way to 7-Eleven. I thought, yeah, I'll go there before I leave. So majestic, so serene. Then Friday hit. When I say it got crowded, I mean like I'm on a Tokyo subway at rush hour and forgot to take my last breath crowded. You're supposed to find inner peace at temples. Instead, I found out that being introverted can cause you to feel claustrophobic. Every time I got closer to the temple, I kept wanting to get closer to the exit. But I have kids and a wife, so my life is not my own. This is Sensoji Temple, which has over 30 million visitors per year. It's one of the oldest temples in Tokyo, which may be why it's so popular. It has a beautiful red lantern at the entrance, known as the Thunder Gate. It's in Osaka, the town where we stayed. Anyway, let's get back to that news report. It was blaming foreign tourists for the overpopulation. But here's the thing. I was surrounded by so many school uniforms, I thought I walked into a slice of life anime. So I started scanning the crowd, getting my Sherlock Holmes on, looking for evidence of the so-called rude foreign tourists that were being blamed here. Where are these rude tourists they speak of? You know what I found? People just existing. It's almost like Tokyo is a major city with millions of people. You don't need tourists to feel overpopulated in an overpopulated city. Unfortunately, that report hit me with another accusation. Tourists don't follow the rules. And okay, I'll admit I can imagine that being true. Japan has a ton of unwritten rules. The thing is, they're easy for you to figure out. You just have to use those detective skills and observe other people. Here, why don't you try? You've been following my steps for a bit, and it's way more crowded than it feels in the video. But anyway, with all these people, and you point out the few who are eating and walking, there aren't many, and they're mostly kids. So if you visit, don't do it. And there are a lot of things like this, like even the way they'll stand on escalators. You'll see everyone on, I think, the left side, and you want to be there as well. But there are benefits to these rules. Honestly, the streets are cleaner than some houses I visited. That's not just because people are actively cleaning, from workers to just the general residents. It's because of the habits the locals have. There are even signs at some of these outdoor stores that tell you where the designated eating areas are. I love that. It speaks to my OCD. The temples and shops were cool, don't get me wrong. But there was so much food. Like, that was my real spiritual awakening. I passed up on so much good stuff, and I had to kick myself because of the budget I was on. But I wanted it all. My wife did eventually find something really cool off the beaten path. There was a cute little shop serving vegan strawberry cream sandwiches. They were perfect for my daughter's allergies. Go team mom. Here's the thing. When you're a parent and you feel like you've wanted something, kids have a way to make sure to humble that ignorance real quick. You see, this little human picked out the strawberries and left the rest behind. I have never felt so personally attacked in my life. And the crazy part is, as I let her know I was editing this video, she recalled her actions and let me know that the cream just wasn't good. Can't even be mad. I mean, I crossed oceans, navigated overpopulated crowds, fought off my introversion. But that's a 4-year-old for you. What do I expect? Logic? Gratefulness? Nah. In the end, they say the journey is more important than the destination. And considering the fact that it took us 30 minutes to get there from the hotel and we spent 5 minutes at the actual temples, I think they might be right. Still, we got some good photos. So if you're ever out there, I kind of recommend it. Just don't go on Friday, probably Saturday or Sunday either. Unfortunately, this ends our trip to Japan. There are some cool things I wish I could show you, like our trips to the Pokemon and Kirby stores. We also visited the Sky Tree, but I flipped the settings on my camera that day, so the video's not really usable. On the bright side, you'll find us in Thailand next, where I'm sure I'll manage to run into more trouble. Of course, there's no Disneyland in Bangkok, but if you'd like to see the magic we experienced in Tokyo, click here. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'm new to the YouTube game, and I could really use help with the algorithm. Until next time, people.